The Diaz Daly fight in San Diego about 6 years ago.
Phenomenal. Probably one of the best rounds ever in MMA.
What do you remember about that fight? And
you know, the thing about that fight that I just it's as fresh now as it was then, was how tough both guys were at certain points in that fight. Because Nick got hurt in that fight by Paul, and Paul got hurt by Nick. But it was the ending sequence. Nick hit Paul to the body with a frickin'. He hit him, up top, and he hit him to the body that took all of the air. You could hear the air, since I'm close. I hear it all. And you can hear Paul trying to suck in air, and he can't because his diaphragm is closed up. And it's locked down. And instead of retreating, Paul went after him. And that's what I remember is, God damn it, you're a tough son of a bitch. Because Paul went after him and started throwing, and he got hit by a shot that hurt him off of that, and he goes down. And, when he went down, people are like, why did you stop it? And it's like, I didn't stop it when he went down. He went down, and Nick comes after him, and I let it go. But Nick ended up landing, I think it was a right hand that hit him on the left side of his face, and he looked up, and his right eye was looking straight at Nick, and his left eye did a left-hand turn and was turning outside into the, and
really?
Absolutely, and that's why I stopped the fight.
Yeesh.
Okay, because at that point, look at his brain is tweaked. I can't let him. There was probably, and I knew how much time was left because I'm counting because I had heard the clacker, that 10-second clacker had gone off, and so I knew there was about 2 to 3 seconds left in the fight. 2 to 3 seconds, the damage that Nick Diaz can do to a person that cannot defend themselves in that time, I am not going to be the guy that allows that to happen. Paul got hit with a shot that put him out of that fight. Okay. He did his job. He came in, he fought his ass off, he put Nick in bad positions, he gave the fans everything they paid for. His job is not to leave extra parts of his body inside of that cage because John McCarthy doesn't do his job.
What are the Diaz brothers, McGregor, and some of the other talkers saying? Like, you can say expletives on the show, so come at me, motherfucker. Is it street lingo or?
Sometimes, Nick and Nate, they tend to call people bitch a lot. Hey, bitch, how's that bitch? They talk, but they're not bad.
Are you entertained by it, or are you so zoned out?
At times it's hard for me not to laugh. Connor is the one. Connor will sit there and he goes, "Oh, that hurt, didn't it?" And he says, "Hey, how'd that feel? Oh, that was supposed to what was gonna. How'd that feel?" And he talks a lot. But
so he's narrating the fight. The other guys are more like insulting.
Yeah, they're all different. But
who else is a talker that we don't know?
Oh my God,
about?
Frank Shamrock was one of the biggest talkers there was. Frank Shamrock.
Remember this moment?
He told Baroni, "You're going to sleep."
Go to sleep.
That was gangster.
But if you go back and you watch his fight with John Lober the second time, it was in the UFC in Brazil. Man, he's saying stuff. Come on, tap. You want to tap. And he's just egging him, and he did that with everybody. He always talked, and it was funny because I had Frank Shamrock and Nick Diaz ends up fighting for Strikeforce, and it was one of the ones I went to the back and I'm talking to him. I said, "All right, you like to talk, he likes to talk. I don't care what you say to each other, as long as he, and I are the only ones that hear it. Okay? If it starts getting ridiculous, and I'm going to start taking points from you, so be smart about it, okay?" And they talked, and
you take points.
You can. Really, when it comes to what the rule says is abusive language. So when you're sitting there and you're saying, bitch, that's not abusive. Christ, that's normal language. When you start to get into things that would be towards ethnic or racial or things like that, you're talking abusive, and I'm not going to allow that to happen.